Hey everyone, I am back. It's Tuesday night, so time for another Choose Your Own Adventure. This is Choose Your Own Adventure number 10, at least with the reprint numbering. It was reprinted not too long ago. Anyways, the title is Prisoner of the Ant People. Here's the new cover art on this reprint. And you can choose from over 28 endings. And it's written by R.A. Montgomery. I'll just briefly show the back. That shows the, I guess, kind of like the different paths you can take, which I kind of don't like because it kind of reveals the story structure. So, all right, and then kids love reading Choose Your Own Adventure. It's actually got some different names here because it is a reprint. Like warning: 99% chance of death. This book might make you cry, by according to Cody Curran, 11 years old. Hey, Rachel. All right. And this shows a list of all the Choose Your Own Adventures that are probably in the reprint. So yeah, this is Choose Your Own Adventure number 10, Prisoner of the Ant People, R.A. Montgomery. Illustrated by Jason Millett, the inside illustrations anyways, and the cover is illustrated by J. Don Ploipich. Oh, okay, well... well, Stephanie, okay, well, yeah, you need to see these ants. I guess they're giant, well, I guess they're not giant ants, they're regular size ants, and then we're really small, I'm assuming. But yeah, thanks for making it, Stephanie. Sorry you had home renovation drama today. I hear that. Well, we haven't really had to do renovation all that much. But...
Really? What about the pipes?
Oh, okay. Well, we did have to. Yeah, there's that. Right. Right. So yeah. So this is a reprint. So the story behind this is that the trademark Choose Your Own Adventure, that Choose Your Own Adventure trademark was allowed to. They let it lapse. And then R.A. Montgomery, he basically registered the trademark, and they started republishing Choose Your Own Adventure books under the Choose Co. name. Waitsfield, Vermont. So they started doing that not too long ago, I think, but like in the last 20 years. So that's what the Choose Co. is. So this is actually the same story from like 1983, I think, and they reprinted it recently. Yeah, so Prisoner of the Ant People, originally 1983, published, written by R.A. Montgomery. Artwork, design, and revised text, 2010. So, I don't know what that means by revised text, like maybe they made a few edits here and there. But because Cheese Co. was already taken, right, Rob? So I already took Cheese Co., so they're like, let's go to Choose Co. Welcome to Choose Co. To Anson and Ramsey, with special thanks to Julius Goodman for all his editorial and writing help, and to Shannon, Rebecca, Avery, and Lila. Okay. Beware and warning. This book is different from other books. You and you alone are in charge of what happens in this story. There are dangers, choices, adventures, and consequences. You must use all of your numerous talents and much of your enormous intelligence. The wrong decision could end in disaster, even death. But don't despair. At any time, you can go back and make another choice, alter the path of your story, and change its result. You are a research miniaturization specialist in the Zondo Quest Group. Your mission: determine how the evil Power Master, well, I guess he's back, has unlocked secrets of universal energy, so you may prevent him from causing the disintegration of matter. Flipto and Rendoxal, two of your research team members, Flipto, I remember that guy, come to you with bad news. The Rinpoche and Baba Ram teams are both missing. Should you undergo miniaturization and go look for them, or have they been kidnapped by the evil Power Master? Oh, I can't believe this guy's back. Evil Power Master. Man, what do we need to do to like get rid of this evil Power Master? Yeah, disintegration of matter sounds like really bad news. So why do we only have to use some of our amazing intelligence? We don't have to use all of it? Okay. Power Master. You are sitting at home in your living sphere. Perfectly round, gravity-free structure. Yeah, as we do, just sitting at home. I like to sit at home in my living sphere. Okay. A hologram generator sits next to the entrance hatch, ready to be switched on. You can choose from 17,000 different environments, and for today you have decided on a villa in the Greek town of Minos in the 3rd century BC. You switch on the generator. Instantly you are there, or at least it seems as though you are. Your sphere is now a villa. You can hear voices in the street outside, and you can smell fresh thyme and wildflowers. But just as you are about to relax in the villa, the hologram generator clicks off. You are back to your dull old, white-walled sphere. Drat! What's up now, you say? The concealed speaker hisses, and then you hear the announcement. Emergency! Emergency! All Zondo Quest Group 2 members go immediately to command chamber. Repeat, immediately. You are out of your room and into the free-fall communication tube in seconds. A dull sphere. I know, there'd be no place to put posters on a living sphere wall. Well, maybe because, they'd be holographic posters, maybe, so, they could be any shape you wanted them to be. Maybe. Right, go on to the next page. You have been a member of Zondo Quest Group 2 for 3 years now. Your amazing talent with computers led you to the attention of this special group of researchers, a collection of the finest minds from Earth, Mars, and planet F32. That sounds like a key on my keyboard. F32. A planet at the outer rim of the galaxy. Planet F32 has a real name, but no one can pronounce it. No one? Not even the people that live there? Okay. For 7 years, the Zondo Quest Group has been working around the clock in 3 shifts of 3. Okay. The group's mission is to combat the evil Power Master, an entity nobody knows much about, who is trying to destroy individual planets one by one. The evil Power Master has unlocked some of the secrets of the universe and is able to cause the disintegration of matter. Everything crumbles as molecules break up and atoms fall apart, sometimes with devastating explosions. The Zondo Quest Group is in overdrive to find out how the evil Power Master is doing this and stop him or her or it. It's rumored that other groups of concerned beings are also on the trail of the evil Power Master. You haven't run into them yet. And I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the evil Power Master or looks kind of like Thanos. Yeah, like when we met the Power Master last time, we wanted to be his apprentice, and that didn't work out. Yeah, it's like someone caught Loki with the Riddler. Yeah, kind of does look like Loki, right? That helmet. All right, turn to page 5. You were selected by the researchers to be trained in the Computer Organized Laser Miniaturization Program, or COMP. They wanted a young person to try new approaches. Yes, that's exactly why. This 12-year-old, I think they might have some new approaches. They're really good with computers, too. That's very fine with you, but it has been tough. Very tough. There is no time for fun. Only work, followed by more work. When you asked your group leader about it, Rendaxal responded in its squeaky mechanical voice, "We must stop the evil Power Master now. If we do not, there will be no hope for any of us. All will disappear like smoke in the wind." Like dust in the wind. "We must get to the building blocks of the universe. Only then can we develop a plan to stop the evil Power Master from tearing them apart. We must succeed." It clanked several times and squished its soft plastic hands together. You weren't sure whether or not you believed this mechanical creature from F32, but at least you'd been given an answer. Yeah, why not Clomp? That would have made more sense. It was written by, well, I don't think it was, they weren't 70 years old. Because it was almost 40 years ago and they're alive now, so I guess they could be 110 years old. But yeah, no. I get what you mean, Rachel. The evil power master is like capitalism. Soft plastic hands. Later, you checked with your second teammate, Flipto, a Martian who is relatively Earth-like. Flipto confirmed Renduxal's story, but he also said that he wouldn't really mind if entropy overcame the universe. Personally, I'd find it interesting to break up into minute pieces. You'd never know what would happen. I'd like to see the universe get destroyed. It sounds like fun. Of course, to see what would happen exactly. With a slight bounce, you come to rest on the artificial grass of the research chamber. Renduxal hovers in the center of the room, emitting its usual orange glow. This time, though, it is a brighter orange than usual, almost a red. Its plastic flipper-like arms are quietly tucked away in its dull blue and green metallic shell. Flipto sits nearby in a foam jelly chair. He calmly folds a piece of used computer printout into the shape of a spaceship and proceeds to toss it into the air with a smile. You can tell that Renduxal doesn't like such unprofessional behavior, but it ignores Flipto. Well, what's up? You ask. Renduxal swivels towards you and speaks. All members of the Rinpoche team are missing. The Rinpoche team members entered the research lab at the 000170 appointed phase, but have not come out. They are gone. You take a seat in another foam jelly chair and lean back. Oh, you know. They're Minervians. It's one of their games. They'll be back. You know those Minervians. You know how they are. All the Minervians they're all alike. Nary an ant in sight. Yeah, where are the ants? We see dinosaurs yet? Okay. Renduxal bleeps loudly at you, its usual sign of annoyance. Security research reveals no hidden Minervians in the research chamber. They are gone. You look at Flipto. He grins. Good riddance. They were pests. Stop, or I will have you demoted, you heap of protoplasm, you low-level air breather, Renduxal threatens between bleeps. Oh no, not an air breather. Anything but that. Yeah, we're talking to a robot and a Martian so far. So. Bleep is also my usual sign of annoyance. Bleep! You know this must be trouble. Renduxal only says things like that when it's really annoyed. Now the robot continues speaking in its scratchy mechanical voice. The Baba Ram team is also missing. Same conditions. I need volunteers to search for them. I will lead. Are you two with me? We will miniaturize and begin an atomic ray research process. If you agree to go with Renduxal, turn to page 6. If you and Flipto decide to form a separate research team, turn to page 13. If you suggest that you should keep watch in the research chamber while your teammates search, turn to page 15. Yeah, we're just gonna stay here. You guys, good luck. We're gonna, we're gonna keep watch. Yeah. So should we go with Renduxal, or should we decide to go separately with Flipto? Which answer seems antiest? Yeah, we do need, I agree, Rob, we need to be proactive here. And staying in the research chamber while they search does not sound proactive. I think going with Renduxal is probably the antiest answer. Renduxal? I think, yeah, because Renduxal is going to do the miniaturization process. Can't even say it. Miniaturization. Okay. Let's do Renduxal, or go with Renduxal. I'm with you, Randoxal, you say. Lead the way. How about it, Flipto? Flipto nods his nicely shaped head. Except for his lack of a nose and ears, he can almost pass for an Earthling. He gets oxygen through osmosis, and his entire skin surface is his hearing system, giving him the equivalent of hundreds of thousands of microphones. He often claims to be able to hear atoms clanging against each other, but his wildest claim is that he can hear thoughts before they are put into words. You give a fleeting look at the communication tube that leads back to your comfortable little sphere. Then you join your two companions. The three of you pass by the mechanical guards and enter this research chamber by punching in a complex 17-digit code on the digital lock. Your work on atomic structure is so top secret that you need both guards and mechanical security devices. Go on to the next page. Click! The hatch opens. The research lab is silent and empty. On the desk near the laser miniaturizer are the remains of the Babaram team's lunch. You look closely at the sandwich wrappers. No crumbs. That's strange. Huh. Where could the crumbs have gone? Rendoxiliation is $8 extra. His nicely shaped head, yeah, that's a little weird. Your head is shaped so nice. Love the shape of your head. Wow. Well, let's go. Switch on the miniaturizer, you say. They're not here. They must have miniaturized. I knew they'd get into trouble. It's still not safe to miniaturize to some atomic size. They were too eager. Rendoxal hesitates. Wait, Earthling. Should we not search here first before the miniaturizer is turned on? If you say that the three of you should miniaturize immediately, turn to page 18. If you agree and make a scan of the area, turn to page 34. CSI Power Master. Oh, hey, Sue. We missed the clue immediately. Well, the clue, I think, is the crumbs are missing. No crumbs, no trail to follow. Book over. Yep, all done. Miniaturize immediately? Miniaturize immediately. Okay. Anyone else think we should not? Immediately. Okay. Let's miniaturize immediately. Although miniaturizing is dangerous, you've learned that it is very useful in exploring the composition and structure of matter. We can't lose a minute, Rendoxal, you say. Time is crucial. They're not here. Let's miniaturize right now. Flipto nods in agreement. You approach the glittering miniaturizer as cautiously as if it were alive. Carefully you position yourself on the round red spot when the miniaturizing beam will be directed. Will you put the machine on automatic, Flipto? Thank you. A pleasure to be of service. He hits the dark blue automatic square and joins you and Rendoxal on the red spot. There is a brief moment of calm. A shimmering golden vapor cloaks all three of you. It feels warm and relaxing. When you look around, you are standing on a field of red rock surrounded by gigantic concrete cliffs. Towering above you is an enormous metallic object that casts shadows as far as you can see. Time to get small. Let's get small, everybody. All right, turn to page 46. Quickly you orient yourself. You are quite careful to bring along an accurate map of the research chamber, knowing that when you are miniaturized, everything looks different. Hold on, wait! It is Flipto. I can hear noises. They are coming from the west, from just about where the specimen cabinet is. He points over the hilly concrete wasteland that is the floor of the research chamber. Noises? What kind of noises? Be more precise, Flipto, or you will be removed from this team. You Martians are too vague. Oh, Rendoxal, ease up. Oh, sorry, I didn't know that was Rendoxal speaking. Flipto replies, you machine types are all the same. Output, schmoutput. The noises I hear are not humanoid, nor are they machine noises, nor are they the Minervians. They are made by something else. That information is not sufficient, Rendoxal still sounds cross. We must assemble all information input before taking action. You intercede. It's our only clue. Let's go ahead. Output, schmoutput. I know, if we could miniaturize ourselves, we could, like, cut our grocery bills. I know, you machine types. There's, like, so much stereotypes in this book. Like, Minervians are all the same. All these machine types are all the same. Okay. If you decide to follow Rendoxal's suggestion, turn to page 53. If you decide to follow the noise, turn to page 63. If you decide to feel the noise, so should we follow the noises? Follow the noise. Yeah, there's some serious space racism going on here, Rob. Spacism. So are we following? Come on, feel the noise. Exactly. So I guess we're following the noise. Yeah, we just literally just said let's go ahead. We're gonna be like, nah, changed our minds. Okay, following the noise. Flipto takes the lead, finding a path across the jagged, craggy concrete floor of the research center. You trip once and fall down. The concrete is sharp, and you are badly scratched. Rendoxal notices the blood on your shins and beams a healing ray at you. On you go. What should take seconds if you were your normal size takes hours in your miniaturized state. Stop! Be quiet! Flipto holds up his hand. Rendoxal bumps into you, and the two of you fall to the concrete with a thud and a clank. What is it, Flipto? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I can hear a sound coming from there. He points to a large tunnel-like opening in the wall of the research chamber. You realize that while the tunnel looks large now, it is really so small that you'd never notice it if you were bigger. Let's go, says Flipto. Before you have a chance to take another step, 6 warrior ants march from the tunnel. They walk in tight formation, at an angle to you. They form a perfect phalanx. If they were carrying shields, they would look like a Roman legion on patrol. Duck, quick, you hiss. Fine, but where to? Flipto whispers back. Flipto was right. There is no place to hide. The craggy concrete cliffs are no protection from this fast-moving patrol. Craggy concrete cliffs. Okay. I know, ants are very organized. Oh yeah, we're small now. Yeah, thanks, Rob. We're all very small. Okay, page 101. Then a second, larger patrol emerges from the opening. The leader of the Rinpoche team, Logo, is with them. It looks as if he is a prisoner. Well, it is called Prisoner of the Ant People, so... Okay. Hey, Logo, over here! But you can't finish your call to him. Flipto clamps a hand over your mouth. clamps a mouth over your hand. Quiet! The marchers pass without appearing to notice you. Rendal squeaks quietly. Logo does not appear to be in danger at present. We should investigate the tunnel. If you decide to try to rescue Logo from the ants, turn to page 62. If you decide to investigate the ant tunnel, turn to page 65. Yes, the cover has come to pass. Small ants. I'm glad there are ants, so I don't have to flip the book table. I'm glad about that too, Stephanie. We actually did find ants. What was the last one where we didn't find...
Sharks.
Yeah. Well, no, the book we read last time, we didn't find... the Mona. Yeah, we never found the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa's missing, and we never found it.
Well, it's missing.
It's still missing. Okay. But at least this time the ants aren't missing. We've definitely found them. Yeah. Investigate the tunnel. Yeah, we probably can't save them right now, right? Page 65. Investigate the ant tunnel. Yeah, the Mona Lisa. I was like, what? What was the book that we read just a week ago? I already forgot it. Okay. You head off across the floor, leaving Logo a prisoner of the Ant Legion. He will have to take care of himself for now. Good luck. Good luck, Logo. You're on your own. The route you follow leads to a shiny metal tunnel. Renlixol enters without a second of hesitation, and you and Flipto follow. Turn to page 28. Yes, they shrunk the Mona Lisa. That's why we couldn't find it. The ants know magic now. After what seems like hours of walking, you come out of the tunnel into an enormous chamber filled with digital control panels. They're being monitored by ants. You were invited in by an ant welcoming party. Come in! Do come in! We have been waiting for you! It's about time! What? Okay. These ants don't sound... Russell Davies has Weeping Angels copyrighted, so we call them ants now. So we're going to page 69. They have been watching you through closed-circuit TV from the moment you entered the tunnel. The speaking ant manages a graceful bow to the three of you, and then continues on. This is an energy tracking station, part of a universe-wide network of energy watchers. The ant waves one leg at the bank of ants, watching the hundreds of multicolored screens lining one wall. You might say we are rather like your typical weather forecasters on the Earth-type planets. We check the flow of energy in the universe. We are trying to stop the evil Power Master and his deadly game of cosmic checkers. You blink at him, as if blinking could help you understand. What good does it do to check energy flow, you ask. Oh, come and see if you like. Join a search team. The ant gestures towards several ants in spacesuits standing by jettison tubes, which look almost like soda straws, well, they probably are soda straws, waiting for takeoff, and each tube is a needle-shaped space probe vehicle. If you choose not to join a research team, or a search team, turn to page 77. If you join a search team, turn to page 88. Yeah, they have little tiny TVs, I guess. Yeah, the ants are not so bad. Yeah, they've even learned to use skateboards, I'm sure. Cosmic checkers. Let the wiki win. Join a search team. That's because ants don't. That's because ants will pull your arms and legs off if they lose. Okay. Yeah, maybe we should join a search team. Anyone else think we should join a search team? Could be fun. Yeah, the evil Power Master, he might be playing checkers, but we're playing galactic chess. He's still doing checkers. We've gone beyond that. I can't believe the evil Power Master is back. It's funny how these people keep, well, if the evil Power Master can be considered a person, but it's funny how they keep popping up again and again. Alright, so we're joining a search team. Going to page 88. I'm game. Let's go. You can't resist exploration of any kind. Even your parents call you an adventure junkie. You struggle into a spacesuit with difficulty, since it was made for ants. What? I will stay here, Renlixol says crossly. You air breathers take needless risks. Remember, we are trying to break the force of the evil Power Master, not sightsee the cosmos. Hey, don't leave me behind, Flipto calls. We Martians are every bit as curious as, and may I point out, probably braver than your average Earthling. The commander of the ant research team, I keep saying research, search team nods to Flipto, and soon he is suited up too. He looks really funny. The empty tubes for the extra ant legs dangle loosely from his suit. Well, don't they look funny? Doesn't the suit look funny on you too, since the extra ant legs are not dangling loosely from your suit? I'm somehow using them. I grew some extra legs on my suit. Here. Flipto's voice comes over your helmet speaker. If I look funny, you should see yourself. The head ant interrupts. This way. Take seats in the viewing module. Strap yourselves in. This is an extremely rapid hyperspace vehicle. You struggle into a Denny's with difficulty, since it was made for ants. Yeah, dangling extra ant legs, they just look normal on us. It's like, hey, that's how we always dress. Here we are with our spacesuit with extra legs on it. Okay. So, how is it that ants have a rapid hyperspace vehicle? Okay. I'm not going to question it. Yeah, well, we can use them for sandwiches, Rob. That's what we can, yeah. You stuff some hoagies in there, some extra long hoagies. Or subs. All right, page 90. With an enormous roar, your silver needle-shaped space pod is propelled into space through a vent tube that extends to the surface outside the lab. The Ant Commander is precise and careful in his commands. So we never noticed any of this stuff? Like, even if they were miniaturized, we still would have noticed, like, ants flying spaceships, right? Like, wouldn't we have, like, kind of noticed that stuff? Even though ants are small, but, like, you could still see them. Okay. Accelerate to departure velocity, he orders. Decrease gravity device by factor 42. Bring space window into range. The other ants are well organized. They respond with speed and skill. The silver pod rushes through space, exits through a space window, and darts across the galaxy. Go on to the next page. This looks like they're just darting through some hedges or something, but okay. Where are we headed and why, you ask? You have to know. The Ant Commander turns to you. Energy should be evenly distributed throughout the universe, but unfortunately it isn't. The evil Power Master disturbs the flow of energy. He destroys what he can, when he can. The evil Power Master exploits any and all weakness. Some places have more, others less. We monitor these energy differences. We hope to warn planet systems in the galaxy when too much or too little energy is available. Then it is up to the planets to do what is needed. The trouble is that no one ever listens to us ants. It's frustrating. You stare out the viewing port, watching worlds spin by in a blur of silver, orange, red, blue. Suddenly the spacepod comes to what Earth types would describe as a screeching halt. So, us Earth types would describe it as a screeching halt. Unless there's someone listening to this that's not an Earth type. Yeah, why should it be evenly distributed? That doesn't make sense. We just have to know. Oh yeah, they are flying. You're right, Rachel. They're flying ants, of course. That's why. Now, I wonder why they haven't defeated the evil Power Master yet. I mean, no one's going to listen to these ants. Obviously, the ants know what's going on. What's that, you ask the Ant Commander. Our sensors have picked up a heavy concentration of energy in planet F-32. Well, check it out. The Ant Commander confers with his subordinates. Confirm. Dangerous energy level in F-32. Possibility of matter disintegration. Send warning. The evil Power Master lurks. You wish Renduxol was here. How much time until F-32 disintegrates? The ant looks at you, shaking its head. F-32 is disintegrating right now, this very minute. We ants were originally inhabitants of a brilliant civilization. We were happily ruling our scrap of the universe when it disintegrated. It caught us by surprise. When our planet came apart, our ancestors were scattered throughout space, along with the meteorites. We've been working at trying to stop these giant explosions for millions of years. No luck yet. He speaks sadly, and you nod in sympathy. At that moment, F-32 explodes. A brilliant light suddenly illuminates the void. You return with the ants to their home base. From now on, you will try to aid them in their work identical to your own. You must save the worlds. Have to. The end. Okay. Well, we didn't get killed. We watched the planet blow up. That was cool, I guess. Why didn't we get to do that story? I don't know. No, we didn't become an ant. I don't think. Yeah, it's kind of okay. Yeah, we didn't die. We watched the planet blow up and couldn't do anything about it. I wonder what would happen if we don't join a search team. Anyone interested in seeing what happens when we don't join a search team? I guess, did we stay tiny though? Yeah, why not? We still stay tiny. Choose not to join a search team. I'm for staying here, you say. How about you two? Rendoxal and Flipto both nod their heads in agreement. After all, your main job is to find the Babas and Rinpoches and get back to work in your lab. As Director of Research, I wish to inform you that your presence here is subject to review by the High Commander of Ants and his Board of Regents and High Chamberlains. We have taken care of ourselves for millennia. We do not know how to treat your visit. This ant does not appear hostile, but he is firm. A legion of 7 guard ants waits patiently behind him. We are interested in your work, you tell him. Why haven't we heard of it before? There is no mention of ants and their energy watching in any books or papers. No mention at all. The ant leader nods his head. It is a pity, but that is part of the sadness we experience. We have tried to communicate with you in many ways, but no one listens. No one ever has. Here we are, right under your noses, and yet you still don't listen. We even told you that Mogwai was not for sale, but you still would not listen. No, they didn't say that. Oh, he's got some stars on his outfit there. I wonder what those mean. That's a cool illustration. I like it. Page 92. You feel the sadness in the ant's words and wish that you could make things right. Well, we're here now. We'll help. Just let us set up our research team. Together we'll beat the Power Master at his own game. The ant leans towards you. Perhaps. The Rinpoches and the Babarams said the same thing. When it came down to it, they tried to order us around. You will do the same. We fix them. He smiles, an ant grimace that is terrifying. What do you mean? What did you do to them? The legion of 7 ants moves in closer to the ant commander. He speaks. They are our prisoners. We have work for them to do. Hard work. It's about time we got some help down here. They are digging new tunnels and chambers for us. If you don't watch out, you will be doing the same. You are our prisoners. Hey, wait a minute. I'm with you guys. I mean, you ants. Let me help. I know a lot. I learned fast. I'll join you. I won't order you around. Come on, please. Still babbling, you are led away and placed in a holding cell. Maybe the ants will relent and treat you as an equal. Then again, maybe they won't. Who knows? The end. I know a lot, please. Well, that didn't make any sense. I guess we did make the right choice by joining a research team. No crumbs. Where did we go wrong here? I know, ants can be guys, gals, folks, fellows, brethren, and sistren ants. Exactly. Who knows? Wah, wah. Maybe we should have made a scan of the area before we miniaturized. Should we give that a try? Or still proceed with being miniaturized immediately? We did that. We miniaturized immediately. And then we didn't follow the... No, we didn't follow the noise. Oh wait, no, we did follow the noise, right? Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll scan the area first. Maybe that will give us some clues before we miniaturize. So, We scan the area before we miniaturize. Try that out. Okay, Rendoxal, I'll get the laser scanner, you say. Before I can reply, you leave the research chamber and take a transport tube down to the supply room where the laser scanner is kept. Minutes later, you come back with the scanner, which sits snugly in its holster on your belt. You punch in the digits on the research chamber's lock. The door clicks open. Hey, Flipto, I've got... You stop in mid-sentence. No one is there. The guards say no one has left the chamber. They haven't seen or heard anything unusual either. Huh. Well, what's that picture supposed to be? It looks like we're getting miniaturized already. Ooh, laser scanner. That's exciting. Yeah. If you decide to investigate the chamber, turn to page 41. If you think you should stay out of the chamber, at least for now, turn to page 50. So Flipto and Rendoxal are gone. They just sort of disappeared. And we can investigate the chamber that they disappeared in, or we can just stay out of the chamber. Maybe we'll just stay out of the chamber and go back to our living sphere. Just where it's nice and safe. So does anyone think we should investigate the chamber, or maybe just stay out of the chamber for now? Maybe it's dangerous in that chamber. Investigate. Okay, we'll investigate the chamber. Rachel says, "And boy, in the chamber of stay out of it." Okay, just want to investigate the chamber. Check it out. This is definitely weird and scary. Rendoxal and Flipto are gone. The other researchers are gone too. You're the only one left. One foot after another, slowly and with infinite patience, you walk into the miniaturizing room. The hatch door automatically closes the moment you leave its scan sector. The only sound is your breathing and the slight hiss of air being pumped into the chamber. You notice that the time trigger on the laser miniaturizer has been left on automatic. Who could have done that? Why would anyone do it? It is a hard and fast rule never to use the automatic miniaturizer sequence unless the entire Zondo quest team is in the miniaturizing room, all present and accounted for. Before you can act, the laser miniaturizer snaps on, a beam of polarized light envelops you, the machine clicks off, and you are miniaturized. You are now the size of a breadcrumb. In 6 more minutes, the automatic timer on the miniaturizer will reduce you by the same order of magnitude to about the size of a virus. You look at your watch and wonder if time has been miniaturized along with matter. You don't know. Then you see them. 3 enormous creatures with shiny brown bodies, huge heads, fierce eyes, segmented chests, and pincers for hands. They are emitting squeaking, crackling sounds. They are headed right for you. They are ants. Before you can, I think we figured that out. I don't think they're people. If I was the size of a virus, I could punch out COVID. I mean, I guess you could, like literally. You'd have to punch a lot of them though. If time has been miniaturized, I don't know, what does that mean? We're getting all like philosophical now. When I'm miniaturized, is time miniaturized as well? Why is there evil in the world? What is this? What is darkness that makes us do things? Making us hate each other? Okay. All right. If you give up and go with them as their prisoner, turn to page 19. If you try to use the powerful laser scanner as a weapon, turn to page 60. Should we just give up and go with them as a prisoner, or try to use the laser scanner as a weapon? Have we ever... I'll read the whole book in that voice with that. I was thinking of that, was that war movie where there's like combat happening and like that guy is just sort of like philosophizing the whole time. Go with them. Don't attack the adorable ant people. I mean, they're sometimes adorable, and sometimes they take us prisoner and force us to dig tunnels. They're kind of... yeah. They kind of just, like, flip one way or the other, you know? Tired. Oh, he said, I'm tired. Sorry, Rachel. Okay, I guess we'll go with them and try not to use the powerful laser scanner as a weapon. That would be page 19. You suddenly relax all your muscles and pretend to be unconscious. The ant carrying you does not even seem to notice. This is bad. Very bad. They probably don't want you for a prisoner, only a meal. The ants carry you through a carefully carved tunnel. Its walls look almost sculpted. There is a reddish glow far ahead. Finally, the lead ant draws to a halt. So do the others. They exchange signals and then continue on, taking a branching tunnel to the right. It is dark in this tunnel, dark and damp. This tunnel is not as carefully carved as the other one. The lead ant motions to your ant with his front pincers. You are dumped in a rectangular chamber off the tunnel. Its floor is rough, and its walls and roof are filled with what appear to be carvings, but they are not carvings. They are the dried remains of unlucky insects captured by the ants. Will you be a meal, too? The end. Well, I guess they weren't as adorable and nice as we thought. Well, I guess it's time to use the powerful laser scanner as a weapon. I guess that's what we have. Sometimes we make peace with the ants, and sometimes we vaporize them. They're adorable and evil. It's a floor wax and a dessert topping. The laser scanner is hooked to your belt. You twist in the ant's slippery grasp so you can reach it. The ant gazes at you with eyes that resemble a computer's intricate circuit board. It tightens its grasp. Yow! I can't breathe. The ant seems to understand your plight. It loosens its grip immediately. You suck in the good air and squirm once again to reach your laser scanner. There it is. Grab onto it. Careful now. No jerky movements or the ant will notice. The scanner is an awkward device, but quickly you slip it under your shirt until you can formulate a plan to use it. By now, the lead ant has skirted the sandwich wrappers left by the members of the Baba Ram team. He or she or it, whatever this ant may be, climbs down the side of the desk and proceeds across the floor. Yeah, whatever this ant is, a he or she or an it or whatever. That was kind of weird. We are also an awkward device. Yeah, an awkward plot device. Ants. To the ants, we are nasty. When you type in the word ant, one of the suggested replacement words is anti-vax. Yeah, that is proof that they're not to be trusted. They're not anti-vax. They just have questions about vaccines. They just want to make sure that the vaccine, that the technology is safe and there's more research done. They're not anti-vax. They're not anti-vax. They just don't want to take a vaccine. Okay, go on the next page. Down you go. It's terrifying. And even worse than your fear is the blood rushing to your head as you are held upside down. Finally, you reach the floor. Now, the lead ant seems to increase its speed. In the seam of the curved wall, there is a crack. The ant ducks its head and disappears into the crack. You never noticed the crack when you were full size. The crack widens into a broad, dark tunnel. Then the tunnel ends, and you're astonished to find yourself outside at the entrance to a large anthill. The lead ant is just disappearing into the anthill. If you decide to go for a ride and see what's inside the anthill, turn to page 86. None of the anti-vax, they're just pro-illness. Yeah, crack. I stay away from crack. You never noticed it before, but, it was there. Oh, let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Yes. Do we want to go for a ride and see what's inside the anthill on page 86, or do we think it's time to use the laser scanner as a weapon? They like to say that, use the laser scanner as a weapon. And then we go to page 111 if we want to do that. Let the bodies hit the okay. All right. Yeah, so is this giving us a chance to avoid our bad idea of using the... Yeah, that sounds like it might be doing that. It doesn't think we should use the laser scanner as a weapon, maybe. Chris Whisper, let the bodies hit the floor over and over to be my new ringtone. Yeah, that's doable. I mean, you could turn anything to a ringtone. I use there's an anime that my nephew likes to watch. And one of the characters does like a fake ringing sound, and I turned that into my ringtone. It sounds pretty crazy. Anyways, yeah. All right, I'll turn that into a ringtone. Sure, I'll do it. Yeah. So, do we want to go inside the anthill, or try to use the laser scanner as a weapon? I feel like we should go into the anthill. Does that seem like we shouldn't use the laser scanner as a weapon? Like, we have no idea if the laser scanner can be used as a weapon. But maybe it can be. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Okay, anthill. The laser scanner is not a weapon. Yeah, okay, we're not doing that. Going to the anthill. You lie as quietly as possible, not moving a muscle and taking only shallow breaths. This is dangerous, but what an opportunity! A journey into the unknown world of the ant kingdom. Your ant loosens its grip somewhat, and you are thankful for that. Then it carries you into the anthill and drops you to the ground. All you can see are ants. The anthill is a storehouse, and you are being stored. The ant who brought you to this awful place is relieved by two smaller brown-red ants. They stand guard at the entrance to the tunnel. You collapse in a heap, tired and frightened. You wake up several hours later. You're stiff and hungry. It takes several seconds to realize where you are, and that realization is terrifying. If only you could fall back to sleep and wake up later, safe and sound, in your living sphere. Psst! Psst! What is it? Who is it? You wonder. Then it comes again. Psst! Is that you, Earthling? It's Renduxol. Who do you think it is? The king of the bug world, you answer. Stop that, Earthling. That tone is not right for a member of the Zondo quest group. I will have to give you a severe reprimand. I repeat, reprimand, reprimand, reprimand. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Go on to the next page. Renduxol, I'm sorry. I'm a little out of sorts. Where are you? You can't believe it. You thought we were all alone in this frightening world. Remain calm. This place is interesting, Renduxol says. I repeat, this is interesting, but it has not much to do with our mission of overcoming the evil Power Master. How did you get here, Renduxol? There was a pause and a scratching sound. Then the wall on your left crumbles, revealing Renduxol, who has been scraping away with one of its plastic flippers. Oh, that stupid Flipto accidentally flipped the miniaturizer switch and zap, as you Earthlings are fond of saying. Here we are. Well, what now, great and glorious leader? I must remind you again, you puny, short-lived, fragile Earthling, do not take that jesting tone with me. Okay, I apologize. But what now? Where's Flipto? Let Flipto take care of himself. I have a plan. If you tell Renduxol you must search for Flipto, turn to page 36. If you ask Renduxol about his plan, turn to page 54. Yeah, we're still kids in this. Our parents are going to miss us, I guess, Rachel. Like, yeah, if we get killed, it's like, oh, well. Our kid was, like, really, really smart, so, you know, they did what they loved doing. Yeah, he has plastic flippers. Plans. So forget about Flipto, just like learn about his plans. Plans. Plans within plans. Plans within plans, little brother. Okay, 54. Wheels within wheels. Oh, wait. Yes, ask about his plan. Well, we should find our good buddy Flipto, but I guess we'll find him later. I'm going to learn about some plans. I'll listen to your plan, Randoxal, but I'm worried about Flipto. He'll never get out of here alive. Randoxal turns to you. You air breathers talk always of being alive, it mutters in its mechanical tone. It sounds so childish. I find you all very primitive. I heard that, Randoxal. I heard that. You heap of burned-out trash. Yowee, it's Flipto. He's alive and well, you cry. You people, you air breathers always talking about being alive like it's a real big deal. What's the big deal about being alive? Okay. You spin around but don't see him. I'm here, right under your feet. With that, the earth moves, and Flipto climbs out of a gaping hole in the floor of the storehouse. There's Flipto. Yeah, he looks pretty much like human. I mean, if it wasn't for his 4 eyes, you know. I mean, pretty much if you saw a face like that, you'd be like, oh, you pretty much look human to me. Except for the extra eyes. Yeah. Nothing to it, dear friends. Oh, pardon me, Randoxal. I know you don't like to get too personal. I just focused my listening senses and traced your breathing and speech patterns. Vibration excavation did the rest. The ants are no match for a Martian. Well, let's get out of here. I'm with you, Flipto. How about you, Randoxal? Not until we find the others. This is what I came here for. Flipto shakes his head. Not here. They are just not here. I've checked with all my sensory equipment. The Babaram and Rinpoche teams are not prisoners of the ants. They must have been super miniaturized. You and Randoxal stare at each other. You both join Flipto as he uses sound vibrations to excavate the floor of the research room. The miniaturizer should go on automatic and enlarge you in a few more hours. Now you must wait and hope that no more ants come wandering by. The end. Alright, well, we didn't defeat the evil Power Master, but when we had the book War with the Evil Power Master, we also did not defeat the evil Power Master, so I did not expect us to defeat the evil Power Master in this book either. Vibration excavation sounds like a euphemism for sex. When I was thinking like vibrations, I was thinking like the Beach Boys, like good vibrations, actually. You know. Yeah, so we all know that song. Ba-ba-ram, ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ram, ma-ma-ma, ba-ba-ram. Yeah, let's put while we're still alive. I like that idea, Rob. Yeah, so I think it will stop here. Stop on a good note, on a high note, where we weren't killed in a horrible way. I don't know. I mean, we did learn a little bit about the evil Power Master. I wonder if there's something online that lists all the books that the evil Power Master is in. Yeah, a medium note. I guess it wasn't a high note. It's an okay note. You're right, Stephanie. I wonder if there's like a list of evil Power Master books where we... Is there any book where we finally defeat the evil Power Master? Maybe we can't defeat the evil Power Master because they're just like pure evil, and evil will always exist in the universe. We can never quite stop it. Because then we'd have to stop the evil within ourselves. Maybe, yeah. So yeah. I mean, if we can't... Maybe when people start listening to ants, then we'll be able to defeat the evil Power Master. But when will we start listening to the ants, right? If we only would listen to what the ants have to tell us. So, maybe someday we will. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I guess I'll stop here. Um, but yeah, I still have lots of other choose your own adventure books coming up. So, yeah, listening to ants would solve so many problems, Stephanie. Just and create so many more. I try to listen to chipmunks, but that also creates problems when they like try to chew into your house and get into your attic. Stay out of my house, ants. I know ants are annoying, but we have a lot of crickets. We have like a lot of crickets in our basement. And I thought all the crickets died, but I just found like a cricket still alive in our basement yesterday. So maybe I do like listening to crickets. They sound really cool. Ants, you can't even really listen to them. They don't. Well, they don't make any sounds that we can hear. So okay. Oh, what's this on the back? Oh, it's the same thing that we saw on the front of the book. Okay. Oh, Ant People Trivia Quiz. Wow. So once we read the book, we can like answer the trivia questions. Wow, that's cool. Oh, what's all this stuff here? Huh. About the author, R.A. Montgomery. That's cool. About the artists. They didn't have that in the original books. That's neat. Huh. The history of game books. Interesting. In 1941, someone wrote a book that had multiple endings. On a Choose Your Own Adventure timeline. That's neat. What does COMP stand for? Oh yeah, who is the Zondo Quest group up against? Is it a giant ant, a radical group of political activists, the evil power master, or the internet? Well, we know it's the evil power master. What does COMP stand for? Computer over large mayonnaise pickle? No. Control of lions, magic, and puppies? No. Cool old lemon meringue pies? No. Computer organized laser miniaturization programs? Still can't say that word. Yes. D. Who is your group leader? Randoxol, Randox Flipto, or Rinpoche? Delight. What is this? It's a quiz. So that's what Choose Your Own Adventures have these days. They have quizzes. So Rendoxol obviously was our team leader. What does Flipto have that is far greater than that of a human? Brain size? It should be Randox, man. Yes, oh that's right. Chooseco sued Netflix for showing interactive programming. Specifically Black Mirror, Bandersnatch. Yeah, I heard about that, Rob. That's crazy. I think they did try to sue them. I don't think they won. It's like, how are you going to sue someone for like using like having like interactive programming? I mean, that's not you can't copyright that. So what does Flipto have that is far greater than that of a human? Brain size, shoe size, appetite, or sense of hearing? That's sense of hearing. What does Flipto claim to be able to hear? The sound of the ocean, even when he is miles away. The sound of your heart beating. The sound of thoughts coming together. Wait. No, that's wrong. The sound of planets rotating. No, he couldn't hear the sound of thoughts coming together. He could hear people's thoughts before they said them. Or he could hear the sound of atoms colliding. So even this answer is wrong. He did not. What does that even mean? The sound of thoughts? Oh, like a thought forming in your head, maybe. Okay. All right. What kind of scary bug do you first meet when you shrink? A cockroach, an ant, a butterfly, or a ladybug? I think it's an ant, right? I mean, that's what this book is about. It's about ants. Yeah, it's ants. What weapon do you have to use against the ants? Bow and arrow, butter knife, spear, or a laser scanner. Well, we know it's a laser scanner because they only mentioned that like 100 times that we had a laser scanner, which you never used. Who is Lysenia? Someone that we didn't meet. But the answers were a member of your team, the Ant Queen, the Evil Power Master's sister, or your best friend. Who was holding your friends in Lysenia prisoner? Is that the Evil Power Master, Flipto, the Martians, and the entire ant colony? Oh, and who was Lysenia? That was apparently the Ant Queen. Well, I guess we didn't do that one. Who is Dr. Vivaldi? I wish Dr. Vivaldi was in this one. She would have helped us. A butter knife. A butter knife would have probably been more useful than a laser scanner. Which object from the table are you supposed to take? The blank book, the magnifying glass, the golden rope, or the sword without a hilt? That was, I guess, the sword without a hilt was what we were supposed to take. All right, well, obviously, 8 through 10, we never even got to those, that part of the book, but that's okay. A lot of books where we just only have so much time. There's more interesting book in this book, Stephanie. So, yeah. So, I would also encourage people that are interested to read further, or if they really like these stories, to they seek them out and read more of them, for sure. But yeah. So I guess I will. I'll stop here. We have magnifying glass to burn the ant people in the sun. I guess I'll stop here, and then next week, I don't know, I've got one about the secret of the dolphins. There's one about the first Olympics. I don't think I've read that one. So I guess we'll see what happens. But so I'm going to stop here, and oh, you're welcome, Rachel. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you all have a good Thanksgiving. Enjoy some time off. You're welcome, Sue. Bye, everybody. And dolphin will combine the two. We'll have dolphins and Olympics. That would be fun if it was Dolphin Olympics. Yeah, they should combine both of them. Okay. All right. Well, have a happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you all in 1 week. Take care.